You have just seen the unboxing of the Huawei Mate 10. Hey guys, I am Jam of JamOnline.ph, and today we're gonna review the latest flagship smartphone from Huawei, the Huawei Mate 10. Actually, the Huawei Mate 10 is my favorite flagship smartphone this year because this smartphone offers a cheaper price compared to most flagship smartphones this year, and yet it delivers the features that you can find on 40,000 peso smartphones. And actually, I was really amazed with its design, camera, and also the battery life. Okay, so let's go to the design of the smartphone. Actually, the design of the Huawei Mate 10 is just sexy and it's sleek and it's really cool. At the back, you got the glass back with a stripe on the dual lens camera of the smartphone, which is, by the way, co-engineered with Leica. And what I like about this is that Huawei really emphasizes the camera of the smartphone. The camera of the smartphone is actually one of the biggest features of the Huawei Mate 10. And on the front, you got an almost bezel-less display and also the home button, which also serves as the fingerprint scanner of the smartphone. Compared to the Huawei Mate 10 Pro, the Huawei Mate 10 has the home button at the front, and the display of the smartphone is actually 16:9, but we'll get to that one later. And the Huawei Mate 10 actually offers something that the Huawei Mate 10 Pro doesn't have, and it is the audio jack. Yes, the Huawei Mate 10 has an audio jack, and of course we still have that USB Type-C port that also offers Huawei Supercharge, which is, by the way, the fast charging technology of Huawei, and it charges really fast. I mean, really fast, despite having a 4,000 milliamps of battery on the Huawei Mate 10. The battery life of the Huawei Mate 10 is probably one of the biggest features that I really like on the smartphone. Inside the smartphone is a 4,000 milliamps of battery, and I really like the performance of its battery. I didn't use my power bank when I was using the Huawei Mate 10 because the smartphone can last a single day even at heavy use. I was playing games, browsing Facebook, checking out Twitter, Instagram whole day. Even my mobile data is on the whole day, and yet I didn't need my power bank for a single day despite using the smartphone almost the whole time. It's just amazing. The Huawei Mate 10 is just amazing when it comes to battery life. Again, the display of the Huawei Mate 10 is a 16:9 IPS display. It has a 1440p resolution. Well, it isn't that bad. However, most flagship smartphones this year already switched to 18:9 display aspect ratio. So what does that mean for the Huawei Mate 10? Well, the display is still great. It's not OLED compared to the Huawei Mate 10 Pro. However, having a 16:9 display aspect ratio, well, it feels a little bit uncomfortable to the hand. Well, I don't really have that big hands, but you could see that. But yeah, the 16:9 display aspect ratio is a little bit too big for my hands, especially that you have a 5.9-inch display on the Huawei Mate 10. But display-wise, the Huawei Mate 10 has a really good and sharp display. The colors are accurate and it's really usable outside because the the display is really bright. I really like the display of the Huawei Mate 10. It's probably one of the, well, there are a lot of features that I really like on the Huawei Mate 10, and the display is just one of it. I mean, everything, almost everything, I like the Huawei Mate 10. It's just, wow. One of the biggest features of the Huawei Mate 10 is its SoC inside. It's running on Kirin 970 SoC, and it's the world's first SoC with AI capabilities. Basically, this one has neural networks inside, and compared to other smartphones, this one can recognize thousands of photos in just minutes. Thousands of photos in just minutes, guys. So basically, it's like Skynet. Well, except that this one is safe and it won't really invade or destroy the humanity. Anyway, the Kirin 970 processor is really smart, and actually I saw how the Kirin 970 works on camera. It can easily recognize cats, dogs, foods, or a person or the landscape. It's just amazing. I'm really amazed with the prowess of the Kirin 970 processor. And when it comes to gaming, I was actually impressed that the Huawei Mate 10 can run all the games that I've downloaded and tried on the smartphone. It's actually really powerful, and it's one of the most powerful processor that you can find on a smartphone today. And despite having 4 gigs of RAM, the smartphone doesn't actually lag despite multitasking. There were no slowdowns in my use, and I was actually happy with it. Maybe it's because of the Kirin 970 with AI capabilities. The AI capabilities of the smartphone is just really amazing. You may not you may not saw it, but you could feel that the experience of the smartphone is different compared to other flagship smartphones from other brands. The Huawei Mate 10 has a dual lens like camera at the back, and yes, the camera of the smartphone doesn't disappoint. And just like the previous Mate series and the P10 and the P9, the Huawei Mate 10 really has an amazing camera. I mean, we still have the same setup. One is RGB camera and the other one is monochrome. Combine the two, and then we got the better contrast, better color, better dynamic range on photos. And I actually used the Huawei Mate 10 in my travel, and also as my main camera. I actually didn't use my camera while I have the Mate 10 because the bokeh shots were really on point and it really misses the edges. I actually like the camera of the Huawei Mate 10 because of the bokeh shots, and of course portrait shots were really good. The AI capability is just amazing. It can recognize the scenes, the scenery is just fascinating. If it's a dog, again, if it's a dog, a cat, a food, a person, a landscape, or everything, the Huawei Mate 10's camera is just great. Actually, the camera quality superb. It is superb, and it can really match to most flagship smartphones these days. Except that the Huawei Mate 10 is more affordable compared to the other flagship smartphones. And yes, I really like the camera. The camera of the Huawei Mate 10 is really, really great. Actually, you could check out the photos that I took using the Huawei Mate 10. You see, the camera of the Mate 10 is really, really amazing, and I really like the monochrome feature of the smartphone, though I barely use that one. But when you're taking some portraits, this one is really good, and then add some bokeh on the shots. I actually like the camera of the P10, and the Mate 10 it doesn't disappoint. It gets better and better from the P10 to Mate 10. Actually, from the P9 to Mate 9, then Mate 9 to P10, P10 to Mate 10. It gets better, actually, and I really like the improvement of the camera. The P10 is already great, the Mate 10 even better. So there we go, that's the Huawei Mate 10 review. So the Huawei Mate 10 is actually more affordable. It's cheaper. It's not really that affordable, but it's cheaper compared to most flagship smartphones these days. And also the features just jump back. I really like all of the features of the smartphone. Maybe the only thing that I didn't like about it is that the smartphone uses a 16:9 display aspect ratio, which makes the smartphone a little bit too big for me, coming from a Galaxy S8 and other smartphones with an 18:9 resolution. But the rest, well, I really like the features of the Huawei Mate 10. So if you like this review, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, well, now's the time to subscribe. So once again, I'm Jam of jamonline.ph. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page at facebook.com/jamonline.blog, at my Twitter at jamanchannel, of course my Instagram similar to Twitter at jamancheta. So once again, I'm Jam of jamonline.ph, and thanks for watching our review of the Huawei Mate 10.